Friday, I've had some requests for natural gas, so we'll go through some charts in this 5-minute segment. Today is the 23rd of January 2015. This is natural gas futures on a 2-hour chart. These are Heiken Ashy bars. Just makes reading all my waves a little easier with the price. As you can see, there was some divergence here last week, and currently natural gas is in a, looks like a 4-day sideways channel. This is how this works. Markets go sideways 70 to 80% of the time, and when you come out of a sideways channel, you will break out either up or down. Mind you, natural gas has been trading sideways for about 6 years on this one. Yeah, basically been trading from 2000, here's 2008, 2009. Here was the last high, and it's been going sideways since then. So basically, if you know about going sideways, that's one of the 4 movements in a market. It starts off with base building, where prices basically bore you to death. Now, these may have looked exciting, but you only had 2 of these since late 2008, and you had 2 on the downside and a possible third. I know today, Friday, at the end of close. Also, it started at the end of close Thursday. I'm a trader by profession, because that's what I do, but I'm more of a psychologist, sociologist, and I excel at analyzing the market and doing research than doing the trading itself. When I started on the floor, I was 19. My brain works like a 5-year-old on sugar, and so it worked out swell. Every tick was $12.50. Minimum wage was $3. There's a bid-ask spread. Me being a sanguine 19-year-old, oh, that's $12.50. That's 4 times minimum. So it didn't take long before I figured out that this was the thing to do. Plus, back in 1987, I was only paying $3 a side. When I left E.F. Hutton, when I was in high school, they were charging $150 a side. So you can see how things have changed depending upon where you're at. Alright, so that's natural gas. Now let me go over some charts. I do what is basically a pairs trade, where I buy one and sell the other. Some of you know that as taking oil and dividing it by gold, or taking the Dow Jones and dividing it by gold too, and it'll give you a ratio spread between the 2 of them. How this first started off with the natural gas going down in July, I had people, most people, when you remember bull markets, you remember the last thing you traded. In 2000, they were still all over Cisco and Microsoft. They weren't over Apple yet, because the Apple iPod just come out. I still have the one, the white one that's an inch thick that did video before we got to the slimline models. But you remember the last bull market. That's why people continue to try and pick a bottom in oil. If I said oil's going to $9, they'll still want to buy it at $45. But what I did with the pairs trade is I took with the UGAZ UGAZ. What I did is the price of DGAS and divided by the price of UGAZ. So in this case, it's given a ratio of 2 to 1. So I'm going to guess that DGAS is twice as high as UGAZ. Alright, and I just plotted this thing out. And this is 2015. Actually, I should find a better chart. But that's basically what it is. It's just a ratio of the price. Some people come back and say buy 100 shares of this and 100 shares of that. That's fine too. Basically, it's saying you need twice as much DGAS, or 1.8 much DGAS, to equal the notional dollar value of UGAS. Okay, I just look at it as either up, down, or sideways.